talk about the Melon app. So Melon was an application that I kind of like stumbled upon. I was looking for an application that I can use because I record from my home like most podcasters. And recording from your home, you don't want to bring people to your house, and then COVID. And so I needed a way to interview people from wide and far. And then especially when you're talking to different celebrities and stuff, you want to be able to give them an option. Like you don't, like I don't have fly you in money. Like I can't fly you in money. So you want to be able to give people options of the virtual. So with virtual, it gives you such flexibility as well. So Melon was one of those applications that I kind of found when I was just looking for streaming services, because I've tried OBS and I'm just not an OBS girl because I'm not technically inclined. When I saw OBS, I was like, no, I can't. Like this is just a little bit more technologically involved than I can give you and give to this setup. So because you had to download stuff and you had to have other stuff on top of stuff, you probably would be best if you had 2 monitors and all that. Like, so I was like, I don't. And I needed something where you didn't have to download because my computer's memory was not huge. So you didn't have to download, and it was something easy to use that I could like customize. I'm a customized kind of person. I like things to be specific to me and customization. So what I did was I went and I looked into Melon and I downloaded it. And I will say that Melon is one of those applications that it was a lot easier to use than I thought it was going to be. It's very familiar. Dare I say, this is somewhat similar to the StreamYards of the world. You know, it's not, Zoom to me is a little bit more complex to use, but when it's the systems that are made specifically for streaming, they have a very easy feel. And this one is read from left to right, which is good. All of your guests are on your left hand side and not at the bottom. So when people pop in, it's not like, oh, I don't know where they came from. Like you know who's here, why they're here, and all of that jazz. So we're gonna look into how it actually works, how the system works, and all of those things. All right, so now you're in the inside of Melon, okay? This is what you would see if you were invited to a live stream, or if you are actually producing or creating the content via Melon. So this is behind the scenes, backstage. This is what this is. This is backstage. So don't you feel luxurious? I know you do. I know I do. This is amazing. So let me not hit my mic. I have on a lapel mic. I feel so professional, like I should be doing the nightly news or something. But let's get this done. Melon is such a dope app. When you log in, you don't have to download anything. So you immediately will be prompted to, if you've not registered, you'll have to register. If you have registered, you'll just put in your email. It'll send you a code. Bam. You can either click on it directly from your email, or you can just put in the code back into Melon. So you just type in melonapp.com and it'll bring you here. Once you're logged in, you're gonna see you. I'm the only person on this live or this app right now, so you only will see me. It's in the left-hand corner. Now let me tell you something. A lot of people may not think this is a big deal. This app is read from left to right, which is awesome because they have all of the streaming people, everyone, all your guests are gonna be on the left-hand side. A lot of other platforms, and I'm on a lot of them, don't do this. So they're usually at the bottom, they are at the top, you gotta find them on the side, they're on a separate section. So it's hard to see who's popping in, when they're popping in, and when they're ready, because sometimes your guests aren't always ready. So this gives you a clear view of what they're doing. So if they're picking boogers, you can see it. All right, whatever it is, you can see it. It makes it a lot easier for you. It also makes it a lot easier to toggle between them and back and forth and move people around. It just makes it that much simpler. Now, right here, it's invite guests. Simple, right? You can invite guests. It'll generate a code for you. If you're like, hey, I don't want them to have that code, you can generate another code, whatever you want, and you can send the instructions every time. Just a little tidbit from me. If you want to look a little bit more professional and you want it to seem a little bit more professional, send the instructions in the email. So when you send the email, send the link and then send all the instructions. 9 out of 10 times they won't read it, but somebody will. It's saying, no, let me stop. but it will add a layer of professionalism to you. So that's a good thing that applications give you these instructions, because use it. You know what I mean? Use it. So at the bottom, you're going to see that you would be able to change the layout if you had multiple people in the stream, but it's just me, so you won't be able to do that. And it shows that this is also good. It shows that I didn't invite anybody. I'm lonely out here. So it's just a little 0 for me, because it's me, myself, and I. Beyonce would be proud. Now, here is something that's also a big deal. On a lot of the other applications that I pay for right now, they don't have this capability. All you indie producers, indie director, content creators, web designers, or not web designers, web live goers, YouTubers, bloggers, whatever it is, if you're a live streamer or a pre-record like myself, you are going to want to do this. You can control the volume of your guests. All guests are not created equal with the sound. Some of them are really loud, some of them are really soft, so you will be able to control it. Like, okay, they're talking too much. Like me, you might be like, let me turn that down. Like, you have capability of doing this, whereas on a lot of the other applications, you don't have the capability to actually control the volume. So that's pretty dope. And then if you look down at the bottom and you add me to the stream, I'm going to turn my video off so you can't see my loveliness. Okay, that's a nice picture of me. But you can add in or change the layout. So here, and it's looking My Little Pony-ish. I just saw My Little Pony with my kids, and so I'm feeling a little bit pony-like. So you can change this around. They also have the shortcuts. So if you want to feel like DOS again, and I'm probably speaking another language to some of my Gen Zs, you can use shortcuts. So they will show you the shortcuts when you toggle over the button. Okay, so it'll show you what you need to do in order to make this shortcut possible. All right, it's pretty dope. Okay. So, and then all you have to do, and see, so the shortcut is just 1, 2, 3. So control 1, 2, 3, and then you can do that. So that's pretty simple as well. That'll make things a lot easier. So instead of you having to find, okay, let me go back to this screen and see if I can check. You can just use the shortcuts, which is also something that a lot of other applications, I don't think they thought that through yet. And here it'll give you suggestions of how you can set it up if there was more than one. And you can even ask them, like, I don't know what to do. They'll suggest you a layout. It's fine. Okay, it's fine. They also have this. You can move this anywhere you want. This is also something that is not a capability of some of the other popular or more popular applications. So this is why I think more people should use Melon, because this is so dope. The customization and the flexibility of this platform is top notch right now, especially for the price. So you're looking at, for a month, $15 a month. That's like 2 Starbucks trips, you know, and it can pay for itself if you start referring a friend. Like, here's $10 if you start a referral. And listen, we're podcasters, we're live streamers. You can use your platform in order to refer a friend, right? Okay, so you should always be able to do that and potentially get this for free. So we always, as podcasters and live streamers, looking like, oh, we don't have any sponsors, we don't have any sponsors. You may not get a sponsor out of it, but at least you can get something for free if you are able to refer friends to sign up and they subscribe to Melon. So that's a great way to be able to pay for this if you are not making a ton of money in the beginning on your live stream or your podcast. So you'll have your notifications here, and then here is a lovely picture of you. So it'll tell you about that refer and earn support and all those jazzes of things you need, and the keyboard shortcuts I was talking to you about. So it'll give you all of those shortcuts so you'll know how to do it. Okay. Now, on the right hand side, this is going to give you the design. This is the part I love. So I have it at default, but you can change it to round. If you want it to be round, you can change it to round. It doesn't really matter. And if you, since I clicked on this will make it a spotlight. So if you have multiple people on the stream and you want it to just be that one person, you can just double click on them, and therefore it will go big and small. So I don't know, I'm feeling a little My Little Pony. I feel like a little bit of rounded feels My Little Pony. You have your primary and secondary colors. You can change them if you want. I'm gonna keep it because I think it's pretty cute. I did change the color because originally it was purple, so I changed it to, this is like off-white. It's not like white. Let's see if we can change it to white. There you go, it's white now. We use some Tide. And your background color, I have it as this pink color, but I use their background, the preloaded backgrounds, which is also something that's pretty dope. You can use their background or you can upload your own. I have some of the ones that I uploaded on my own. Okay, stop it. I have some of the ones that I uploaded on my own, but I use theirs. So they have a lot of great ones too. So look at this, that is so freaking beautiful. That's gorgeous. So if you don't have any like design experience and you're like, I don't want to go into one of these other applications of Photoshop or whatever and create a background because I don't know how to do that, you don't have to. This is so dope. And then if you want, right now I have theirs on, but you can take it off. So if you have an overlay you want to put on, you can. Like here's an overlay that I did, but if you want to do an overlay, oh, that's so My Little Pony. Let's keep with the My Little Pony theme. It's cloud. And you just hit apply. And then it'll ask you, and I'm gonna say don't show me this again because I, no, but it does make sure, like, you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? And I'm like, yes, I am sure. So now that we have the text, let's see if we can add some banners and things. So the text is your banners and your ticker. The ticker is just the thing that goes down the bottom. So if you've seen any live streams recently, the ticker is just where you can show something like, what platforms are you on, who are you speaking with, and it's just constant. It just goes across the bottom. So let's start with the ticker since I'm talking about it. I put Lise is fire because that is a fact, a literal fact. So I have that there. And then also you're gonna go ahead and add in that breaking news, Lise is dope. You can change this, you can add it, you can take it away, you can delete it, whatever you wanna do. If you wanna just edit and say, okay, well maybe they don't get it, they need to add some exclamation marks on there, you can update it and then there you go. All right, so this is pretty dope. And then you can go back. And then the videos, let me tell you, you can unmute yourself while their videos are playing and talk to people in your inside, like your guests, which is something you cannot do on a lot of the other apps. So I do want to make that very, very clear. So that's pretty cool that you actually can talk to one another even before the live stream comes. If like, say you forgot to tell them something, like you can unmute, say, hey, so-and-so and so-and-so, and then go back. So that's pretty dope. So you have your countdowns. See, look, I can unmute myself. You have your countdowns, and that's cute. All right. So let's go. That's so cute. I think it's so cute. I do have my green screen enabled, so you can turn it off if you don't want to do that. But right now mine is enabled. And then right now you see that they have preloaded green screens. You can use your own, but they also have some really good ones. Like right now I was using the beach, but I think I want to be in a restaurant, okay? I want to be in a restaurant. Let me turn I'm gonna turn my camera on in a minute, okay? So you guys can see me. And then you also can add intros and outros here. So this is where you can add your videos in if you don't have them in outro videos, if you would like to have them. I have several, but I haven't uploaded any in here yet. Now, one of the dope things about this is you can say, okay, I don't want to show the names of my guests, or you want to show the names of your guests. I'm gonna say no. Do you want to show the audio status of your guests in the corner? I'm gonna say yes. I want to know. I want to know. There's gonna announce people when they come in. It will say their name, so you'll see it. And then I also have on. You can turn it off. All these things are usually checked off, so make sure you check them on if you want them on. The speaker indicator. I like to, for people who are on the live stream, maybe it's a lot of people, maybe you have the Wu-Tang of live streams and it's hard to see who's speaking, you might want to have that on. You can change the direction because originally it goes this way, but I changed the direction of it. Let's keep it going that way. That's beautiful. And so, or if you want to put it at the top, that's pretty unique, but I don't want it at the top. I like it at the bottom. So you can also hit record and then full 1080p if you have that capability. If you don't have the Pro version, you won't have that capability. So I just want you to be aware of that. And the apps. So you'll be able to stream, if you have Streamlabs, you can connect it here. Or if you have like Twitter, you can connect Twitter here. And then at the bottom, you have mute. You have start your video, you have share screen, which is also a great feature. You can also upload a video. Now that, my friend, is pretty dope, okay? It just says video shares features, uses more resources and work best on high-end computers. So saying that you may not be in this bracket and it may not work as well. So I don't know, we're about to find out. We're about to find out how upgraded my computer is. We're gonna try it. So let's do, let's look at video. No, let's do, yeah, let's do this one. So you see this, this is my contact information here. So it's no biggie here. So this is what's on the screen if that's what you want. So let's see. So we have my contact information here. So one of the things that I noticed, I just did it again, is that it doesn't automatically pull the screen on. So you have to go back. So on some of the applications, immediately when you hit share, it will be on your live stream and you would have to look at that page in order to see what you're looking at, or if you want to read it or move it up and down. On this one, you actually have to go back, hit and put it on screen. So it's like you won't accidentally show anybody your, secrets and your like secret recipes of, Bush's baked beans or anything, unless you absolutely want to, okay? So it's all good. And then you can stop sharing if you want. We're gonna keep sharing because we're dope like that. And now you can, if you wanna upload a video, you can. Now what I will say is that this stuff moves quick. It moves really, really, really fast. So it pops right up and it's like, hey, do you wanna see this video? And I'm like, yes, girl, let me see it. So you can add it to the stream. It's thinking. There it is. There it is. And so you can add it to the stream. You can do some different things, some suggested layouts. If you want to make it me down the bottom, you can. Maybe you want it to conference like. Maybe you want to be on the side. Maybe you want to be over here. Maybe you want to be over here. Whatever you want. You have so many options. And then you can chat. So if you want to chat with your viewers, you can just chat here. If you want to chat with people in here, you can chat here. And you can just put something in there like, okay, what does that say? Are you having a medical emergency? I don't know. And then they have emojis. So let's say we want to say, hey, you're doing a really good job. LOL smiley face. Well, that's not a smiley face, but you get it. You get it. LOL smiley face. There you go. Alright. LOL happy smiley face. So there you go. You have that. And then you can hide the chat if you don't want to see it, but if you want to see it, you can. And it looks like they have a part where you can actually hide the, like if you don't want to be alerted, you can uncheck this. And if you want to hear, this is also good. Let me tell you, if you have guests in there and they're just typing away in this chat and they don't have any notifications, you have no idea that they're trying to like, hey, wait, my mic is gone. My mic is gone. Like they're just they're screaming to you and you don't even realize it because you have so much going on. This actually will alert you. So that's also pretty dope. You can schedule. So if you want to schedule in advance for your live stream, here we have this. I was like, okay, and you can just hit next if that's what you want to do. And then you can also hit record. If you have the pro version, you can hit record. We'll do that a little bit later. And you have different categories on YouTube. So you can automatically upload this to YouTube, which is beautiful. and that way it'll make it a lot easier for you, one less step for you, and you can go live and record if you so need to. And if you need help, this little button down here helps you. It's so beautiful. So that is my brief overview of Melon. Melon is such a great app. So, I mean, after the review and the tutorial of how to, my review of whether or not I would use Melon is, yes, I think Melon is really good for live streamers. So if you are a live streamer and you want to stream live on like LinkedIn and YouTube and other social media platforms, I think Melon is a great application. And again, for the price, it's so inexpensive for the price of it. And for someone who's just starting out, this is great. It's a great way you can control your guest volume, which is something you can't do on a lot of the other platforms, as everybody's system is not created equal. Some guests come in great, some guests come in a little wonky. So it depends, and being able to control the volume helps. So all of you indie producers or independent producers like me, or single man shops, this makes it a lot easier for you. So if someone's too loud or too soft, you can turn it up or turn it down. That's pretty good. And it's reasonably priced. And I like the fact that they continue to add new things. You have the animated features on it, which is also something you don't get, and they make it easy. So if you're not a designer and you don't have time to sit there and go onto Canva and these other types of sites to build something, they have it for you. So it's like preloaded in, and it's not just their logo, because a lot of the other sites have it, but it's their logo everywhere. It's not specific to you. It doesn't really have a lot of options. You have like 4 or 5 options, sometimes less than that, to be able to choose different colors and really brand yourself, make you look like a professional. And Melon does that. As a live streamer, I think this is a great application. It's a great choice. So if you're interested in getting this, make sure you go to millennials.us. We have it on the first page. You can click on that link. You will get 20% off the discount using our link to sign up. I'll link that somewhere in the description so you guys can have it. But it's a great place to be able to sign up, get 20% off your first month, first billing cycle, which will help you. And if you start referring people, this perhaps could pay for itself. So this is also another revenue stream that you could have to actually say this goes back into my podcast or my platform or my web series or whatever it is that you're doing. That's so super awesome. So I like it. I give it 2 thumbs up.